Good evening and welcome back to rFactor 2. It's some Group C Sportscar racing, and this week it's week 4, the 4th round of the championship, and we are at VIR, Virginia International Raceway, and these are the current Drivers' Championship standings after 3 rounds. Last time out at where were we last week? NOLA, New Orleans. Frank Jelinski won that race. I didn't score last time out. I am Berhard Gerger, so I'm still on 9 points. The 9 points I scored first time out, round 1 at Daytona. But Massimo Sigala leads the points on 11 points. He's the most consistent so far. No one's really stealing a march on the rest of the field. So let's take a look at the Teams Championships before we do anything else. These are the Teams Championships. It's BF Goodrich leading the Teams Championship. I'm driving for Dyson, just 9 points for my team. Brun Motorsports, Almeras Chotard, Hotchkiss Racing, Sauber, the Team Sauber Mercedes are flying high in 4th. We've got a couple of Mazdas scoring points too. And let's take a look at the Manufacturers' Championship. Whilst we're talking about them, as it's a field full of Porsches and not many Mazdas nor Mercedes, the Porsches have rather won three in a row. So they are stealing a march on the rest of the field. But this time out at VIR, it does appear like the Mazdas have got a bit of pace, and the Mercedes. We've got a Mazda Mercedes 1, 2, 3, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's take a quick look at the AI information for this race. Oops, jumped the gun there. It's VIR. The AI are quite slow generally, so I've bumped the AI strength up to 109%. I benchmarked my best lap against Schlesser in his Sauber Mercedes, and my best lap was 99.25% lower, so faster than Schlesser in his Merc. But as I said, the Mazdas might be a little bit quicker. Aggression 5, damage 70 as it was last time out. Had a bit of a wreck, had a bit of a shunt at NOLA, which I had to pit for damage and rather spoilt my race. So yeah, that's how this race is looking. Let's get into rFactor 2. Oh, it's all black. Is rFactor 2 now displaying live on the internet? Let me just have a quick look at the stream before it catches up. So hopefully you can see this. Was I actually broadcasting then? I think my mic might have been muted. Excellent streaming. So yes, we have Maurizio Sala on the pole in the Mazda. Then it's Schlesser's Sauber. Then it's Herbert in the Mazda. James Weaver is the fastest Porsche. Another Mazda in 5th. Then a bunch of Porsches. Jonathan Palmer's up there. Who won last time out? Segala is currently atop the table, so he's there. Frank Jelinski won last time out, he's 13th. I did not qualify due to technical difficulties. I start off from the back of the grid as ever. Let's get to it. Let's get straight into it. It's 2 hours. It's Virginia International Raceway, and let's see what happens. As ever, more Group C sports car racing. Set off on the pace, that with the engine boost right down. And I've lost my chat, bear with me. Just got to do something quickly on the screen next to me. Bear with, do beg your pardon. Where's it gone? Talk amongst yourselves. Just close that. I'm nearly there. There it is. I've got it back. Sorry about that. Right, off we go on the pace lap, the parade lap. Low boost. And another 2 hours ahead of us, trying to survive. Try to do a two-stop strategy as ever. Try and make 100 litres, 1 tank of fuel, last for 40 minutes. The in-game time is 4 o'clock PM in the afternoon, so hopefully we'll be finishing in darkness after 2 hours. In-game time is at 3 times time progression, as it were, so 2 hours in real time will be 6 hours in-game. So that means we'll finish around 10 PM, so it should be into night time by the end of the race. And yeah, last 2 races at Sebring and Nola were not fruitful, so I definitely want to bring this one home in the points if at all possible. Just as ever, the first stint will be about saving a bit of fuel and just biding my time, and hopefully come out of the first pit stop ahead of some of these cars. That's the plan as ever. And I've got lots of water next to me for hydration purposes. Just want to try and keep up with these Mercedes and Mazdas. That's the main objective. Well, the main objective is obviously to survive. We drive to survive. Take it very easy on the opening lap. No doubt the AI will come together somewhat. So just treat the first lap very gingerly while they all sort themselves out. Go up to 10 for the first lap. Not too much boost, not too little. Here we go. 2 hours ahead of us. Let them all sort it out into turn 1. Hopefully they're pretty well behaved. Bit of dust being kicked up, but that's fine. All good. Bring the cart to speed gently. Take it nice and easy. I've got to warm up myself as well. Don't want to jump in too cold too fast. Make any mistakes. It's very easy to have a big accident at this track, especially at the end of these S's. So I want to ease myself into it quite gently. Good, so far so good. Right, now things can get a bit hairy through the S's on the first lap. Everyone's going to try and go too wide. So far so good, everyone's surviving. Everyone behaving themselves. We'll get a good exit out of this corner onto the long, fast back straight. Obviously my boost is quite low at the moment, so I'm not too worried about letting them get away. Got to keep an eye on the first 10 minutes of the race. I want to be a quarter of a tank down, or less, at 10 minutes, so that's going to be 75 litres remaining at the first 10 minutes into this race. That's the fuel calculation I'm aiming for. That will give me a 2-stop race. Now I just got to try and keep up and look after the car, because that's endurance racing. Quite happy to sit at the back, save a bit of fuel for the time being, whilst they sort themselves out ahead. Interested to see what my pace actually is. I'm definitely not the fastest car around VIR today. It's definitely going to be a Mazda or a Mercedes. But I'm quite happy to bide my time. Let's get to the first pit stop unscathed. Get through the first pit stop without having anyone in my pit stall, which is also what scuppered me last time out at Nola. I would say it's a nice long pit lane at VAR, but it was at Nola as well. Time for a back straight swig of water. all good. Nice and relaxed. Not worried about overtaking anyone today for the first stint. Just about taking care of the car, staying on the track. Leader's done a 33.3 and I am doing a 35.9. Slightly outbrake myself into turn 1. Very gently does it on these corner exits as well. Slightly dropping back. Might need to put the boost up a little bit shortly. I do seem to, a bit wide there. I do seem to catch up at the end of the S's and at the end of the lap as well. So far so good. No time to, no, not time to panic yet. That was a poor upshift. Good. Still hang on to the back of them. It's promising. Minutes in, fuel numbers look good. Only 10 litres down, so that's well on target for a 2-stop race. Looks like the packs are nicely condensed as well. I think everyone's quick around here. Definitely pull away from me on the exit of that corner. Excellent traction. I'll make it all up in the braking zones and sort of the corners as well. Just biding my time, really. Keep it sensible. Oh yeah, I forgot to have the leaderboard up, sorry about that. We're chasing Danny Sullivan and Franz Kreutzpointner, whatever his name is. Fritz Kreutzpointner. It's a Porsche and a Mercedes ahead. All the Mercs are quite spread out actually. We've definitely got a Merc up near the front in the form of Schlesser. Palmer's somewhere in the top 10. And then we've got Schumacher and Kreutzpointner at the back of the field. slightly dropped back on that lap. I am just under 2 seconds off the pace at this speed. That's fine. I don't think on full boost I can match, well, maybe just about match those lap times, but I'm not going to try and do that yet. Quite happy to play the fuel game. Coming up on 10 minutes, well, coming up on 9 minutes, and well within a quarter of a tank, so that's good for getting to 40 minutes on a tank of fuel, which is the goal. That's a 2-stop strategy. Just a quick through there, catch right up to the back of these guys, let them pull away on the straight, have a swig of water, try not to hit the grass. No need to do anything too risky at the moment, just sit back, play the fuel game. Pick up some spots in the pit stops. High-speed convoy at the moment. Quite happy to be at the back of it. 10 minutes down. We are well within, well, we're well over 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so that's good. Just got to keep going around. Good pace. Keeping up with these guys at the moment. Nice long snake of Group C sports cars ahead, looking resplendent at VAR. Not a bad way to spend a Wednesday evening. Just got to keep it under control. So far, so good. having much to report at the moment, just hanging out at the back, keeping it consistent, keeping a good rhythm. You need quite a lot of concentration around this track because it's very, it's a challenge. It's easy to have a little off and have a big accident. So, just keeping my concentration face at the appropriate levels. Within a second of the leader's pace as well, so that's not too bad. Happy with that. On a lower boost setting. Always turn up the wick a bit later in the stint. Well on course for a 2-stop strategy, so fuel is coming down fine. Nice and close to the back of Sullivan. Oh, not too much curve on the inside, got away with it there. It's this corner where you can have a bad off, easily end up in the tyre wall with a damaged car, but not this time around. Coming up on 20 minutes, the fuel level is half a tank we want at 20 minutes, and we're well on course for that. Leader's just crossed the stripes, so not dropping too far back at the moment. So it's all going well, as it was last week, so just have to hope for no more disasters this time round. Nice and consistent on the lap times. Another lap, another crossing of the stripe, 12 laps in, all hunky-dory. Everything is under control. I'm happy to sit out, hang out at the back of the field, to keep my pace consistent. Just burn through as little fuel as possible. And then get to the first stop unscathed. Get through the first stop without issue. Then press on. Pick up the pace after the first stop. Hopefully the field will spread out a bit as well. Fall into a bit of a gap to put some pace into. Whoops, there goes the rear end. Keep your eye on that one. Easy to lose the rear end in these cars, very powerful. Lost grit though, which makes them fun to drive. Nice and rewarding, especially around a circuit like this. Wide. Still a long snake of Group C sports cars ahead of me. Coming up on half a tank of fuel, so nearly halfway through this fuel stint. And that's well over 20 minutes into the race, so all good. Oops. Not a great exit. Slightly losing contact with the cars ahead. Bump the boost up by one just to help me out a bit. Don't want to drop off too much from the back of the field. through that. Pushing on. Try and catch back up. Slightly better lap this time round. That'll help. Feels like the AI have picked up the pace, so trying to press on. 32.5 that time round, or quickest lap. The pace setters. .3 seconds off the pace. Yeah, definitely dropping back now, so I think it's time for the boost to come up again. Oh, it's a bad place to put the boost up. Another poor lap, which I didn't need. Right, all the way up to 15. Fuel consumption is fine, and I'm got to catch back up to the cars ahead. No. Thought it went too wide then. Another poor lap, dropping back now. Maybe I just don't have the pace today. Feels like I'm losing touch with the cars ahead, unfortunately, which is odd. See how the race pans out. Still early. Maybe they're consuming way more fuel than I am. Can only hope. Nearly half an hour in, so pit stops will be happening soonish. Gotta be careful not to start overdriving it. .2 seconds off the back of Danny Sullivan now. Bit too much curb, running wide again, not good, very scrappy. Sort of unravelling again after a promising start. Oh well, I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Keep on cracking on. Right, just under 3 seconds, so the gap is coming down. What is it, the stripe? 3 seconds at the stripe. Let's get that down. I'm sure I can catch them. Put more line to it. .6 seconds off the pace. They're definitely picking up the pace towards the end of this stint, so very fast. It's a bit more like it through there, that'll help. Don't try to lose it through Oak Tree Bend, if that's what it's still called. Sans Oak Tree. Right, I'm actually in the green on this lap. Let's hope it's a good lap time. Ooh, 4th place is in the pits. Pit stops are happening, which is exciting. Slightly cocked up the end of the back straight. Right, gap at the stripe. So the cars, well, there's a couple of cars in the pits actually, so that's good news. 2.8, so yeah, the gap head's coming down. It's not a complete disaster. Got plenty of laps left before my pit stop. 8.3 laps. Under 3 seconds of the car ahead. This is a strong lap time. This is what I need to do. Ooh. Skittish rear end. Else in the pits this time around? Yep, there's a couple of cars in the pits. 28th, 26th, couple of cars past in the pit lane. Gap to the car ahead still coming down. So I've got to keep doing this. Try to lose the rear end. Oops. Be so careful through these two corners. Johnny Herbert is behind me. He must have been near the front and was pitted early, so that is quite promising. Might be enough to have to do 3 stops at that rate, so I think it's between me and the quick Porsches again. There's Sala, he's another Mazda in the pit lane. Gap to Sullivan is slowly coming down. Just got to keep pushing on. 6 laps until the stop. good first sector, nearly half a second up. And wide through there again, not helpful. Five laps until the stops. 22 litres, but nearly at 40 minutes, so that's a good fuel schedule. Definitely on for 2 stops today. It's a bit wide. Pretty poor first sector. Gap to Sullivan is over 2 seconds still. Wide again, not good. I'll brake earlier for that quick left-hander. Very hard to get the power down on the corner exit. I guess the tyres are struggling slightly, the fronts aren't, that's for sure. But all good, can cope with that. "25th. Anyone in the pits at the moment?" Yes, 24. One of the Porsches, the Andretti Porsche. Using the rear end in a very tricky place. Covered it up nicely. Just over a second off the pace now. Everyone's going very quickly, so let's go quicker, ideally. Great laps. 2 seconds still to Sullivan. Another car in the pits, 23rd. 3 to go. Oh, I've cocked that up a little bit wide. Outbrake myself, going too quickly. Undone all my good work. Don't throw it away now. Let's get to that first pit stop, that's the main thing. has not been a good lap. 4.5 seconds up the road to Sullivan. Two laps to go. I'll call the pits at the end of the next lap. The start of the next lap even. Come in at the end of the next lap. Like it, a bit of green on the lap delta. Gap to Sullivan is 4 seconds. Call the pits at the end of this, start of the next lap. Fighting the car. Cars in the pits. Looks like there's a couple of Mercedes ahead. Just pitted. I'm coming to the pits this time around. About brake myself again, haven't I? That's fine. Just about got away with it. Brake at the 5, not at the 4. Be happy to get rid of these tyres now. Been slightly abusing them. Starting to struggle, so I'll be glad to come into the pit lane for fresh boots. Right, coming in way ahead of schedule, so definitely on for 2 slots, no worries about that. I'll probably do the rest of the race on full boost without too many problems. Let's just hope my pit stall's free. So I'm coming to the pits now. Is it free? Yep, it's free, good. Drive straight into my pit slot, kill the engine, have a nice 2-minute break. So far so good. Let's hope my pace is a bit better in stint 2. See where I come out of the pits. Hopefully not last. What time is it? Can I see? Will it show me? 6:23, I think that said. James Weaver is a Porsche driver, he's leading. Palmer did the 32-1. I've done a 33-2, so a little off the pace. Here comes Schlesser. No doubt he's already stopped. More cars coming to the pits There's our championship leader. There's one of the BF Goodrich cars. It might be Lammers. Right, nearly at the end of this pit stop. Out for stint 2. 1 minute 14 to go. Let's fire up the engine now. So we're ready to go. Watch out, watch my mirror for anyone coming up behind me on the way out. Pit speed limiter is on, good. It's a 99k speed limiter on 29th. I am last, oh dear. Right, let's try and do a quicker stop. Stint 2. Fewer mistakes, pick up the pace. Trying to make a bit of hay in the gaps. The field is spread out a little bit, and the sun's coming down as well, which might help. That'll help everyone. Schumacher, 6.5 seconds up the road. Let's try and hunt him down over the next couple of laps. See what the pace is like against him. Let's overcook it through there. Right, Schumacher is 5.3 seconds up the road. What does he at the stripe? Oh yeah, 5.3. And that's one of the Andretti's ahead. I think that's Michael Andretti and the Havoline car. Try and keep up with him for a few laps. So good out of that last corner. A bit of slipstream though, that'll help. Oh yes. I actually put off a pass here into turn 1. Looks like it. So far so good. Good. Not last. Well, that's a bit of progress. Much needed progress in this race. How far up the road is Schumacher now? Am I gaining on Schumacher? I am actually. So that's promising. 27th as well, so I have actually jumped someone in the pit lane. Try and crack on. Always running wide through there apparently. To concentrate a bit better. Nice gaggle of cars ahead to catch up to. Too hot onto turn one, but not a disaster. Moving away from Andretti, which is good news. Still catching the cars ahead. 26th now, so more cars passed in the pit lane. It's a bit more promising. Try and get that corner right once or at least for this race. Sun's getting low in the sky. It's getting a bit dusky. 2 seconds to Schumacher. Anyone in the pits this time? No, pit stops are over by the looks of it. He is not miles away, although I don't think there's a chance of winning today. That's one wide. Easily done there as well. Schumacher nicely. Losing my voice. Right up to the back of Schumacher now. Just trying to make some passes in this stint, move forward a little bit. Make some progress, make some headway. It's much needed. Nose ahead through here. Yep, that's the way to do that. Just try and get the power down on the exit. I think I'm quicker in a straight line anyway, so not too worried about him coming past. Good. 25th, an actual pass made. Just keep doing that for the rest of this race. Next up, Wallick. Just over an hour to go. No worries on fuel. Go full boost to the end. Good. Pace has come alive somewhat, feels like. Have to see if I can keep it up for the entire stint. Far back for a pass then. Light's definitely fading. Let's get a really good exit out of this corner and then stick with him across the stripe. Now lost a bit of time there. Not going to be close enough to make a lunge into turn one. Or am I? Just about made the send. Might get me on the exit there. Good. No, he's still there. Not quite. As I say, they're very good on traction, and I'm not so much, as you can tell. A little bit wild at the rear. 25th. And now to go. So far so good. Just need a bit more pace ideally. Right, much closer to Volek now. Let's see if we can do the lunge into turn one. I think it's on. That's more like it. Cover him off on the exit. Excellent. 24th. Right, Jan Lammer's next. See if we can catch and pass him. A bit wide. Am I close enough to do another lunge into turn 1 on Lammers? Let's hope so. Let's give it a go. It's covering the inside line. Came quite close. Slightly outbrake myself into the first corner. He's going to come underneath me. Yep. Overcooked that. Good racing. Right, let's try again. Stick to Lammers like glue through the last sector, especially this last corner or two. Right, here's where it needs to count. Right up on the boost. Here we go. Too hot again into the first corner. It's running wide onto the dirt. That's going to lose me 2 spots, I imagine. Nope, he's not there. There's gap enough. Got to remember the slipstream. Brake early. Oh well, try again next lap round. That's all I can do. Coming up on half a tank of fuel, which is absolutely fine, well on schedule for one more stop to go. Might be a bit too far back this time round, but at least I'm catching him again, that's the main thing. Didn't mean to do that, but it's sort of paid off. Good. He's going to come around my outside though. Can't get the power down. He can. Oh well, next time around I'll try again. Good racing. That's what it's all about. Even though it's only for 24th position or 23rd. bit overcooked. Right, keep going. Lost the not quite close enough this time round. Yeah, try again next lap. Definitely an intense battle. But perfectly enjoyable nonetheless. Just can't get the same traction as him through these key corners. Let's try again this time round. Stick to him like glue. It's a bit better, might be on here. Nice and early on the brakes. Hit that apex, cover off the exit. Nice, pass actually done. Right, let's head off after Alonso Jr. now. Next car up the road. Try and close that gap as the sun sets over Virginia. This is hard work. Right, what's the gap to Alonso Jr.? 2.9 seconds. Let's see if we can close that down. Gap to Lammers is half a second. Let's pull away from him as well. 23rd. So Alonso Jr. is still 3 seconds there or thereabouts. Let's see if we can bring that down this lap. This corner again, scuppered. All progress lost. Right, gap to Alonso Jr. Still 3 seconds. Got to stop making mistakes. the stripe to Alonso Jr. is still 3 seconds. This is a tough nut to crack. Unsurprisingly. Oops. Keep it tidy. We'll try to. It was a pretty poor first sector. Gap to Alonso Jr. grew by half a second. To drive better than this. This corner again, getting harder and harder. Headlights are definitely on. Not quite as helpful as it used to be. Right, gap to Alonso Jr. is back down to 3 seconds, so it can be brought down if I concentrate, don't make any mistakes. It's got that corner right there. Let's go overcook that, but the Delta likes it. 2 tenths up. Not a great exit though. 2.7 seconds to the car ahead. Oh, it's getting very dark. Our stint's going to be dark. Unsurprisingly, it's going to be hard to see. Easy to make mistakes when the light fades. It's a pretty good end to the lap though. Oh, we've got cars in the pits, and the Mazdas are stopping again, I think. As Junior's gaps down. Right, let's try and screw up the end of this stint and push on a bit. Still got 7 laps, so plenty of time. Any laps to go before the next stop. 2.6 seconds up the road. Gap's slowly coming down, as it did before. Got cars in the pits, 22nd. back up to 3 seconds. It ebbs and flows. Have a lap in the books. Gap to Alex Junior's slightly extended. Coming out just behind Johnny Herbert. Can't get past. Let's see what his pace is like on fresh tyres and full fuel. Mine is pretty terrible at the moment. Herbert might pull me along actually, give me a bit of pace, so be grateful for that. Let's see what his straight line speed is like down the back straight. Right, we've got just over 40 minutes to go. I don't think the Mazda can do a stint on 40 minutes, so he's definitely going to have to pit again. And he's pulling me along nicely. Gap to Hunter Junior has extended, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, we've got cars coming up the pits. It's unfortunate. Almost came a cropper. No harm, no foul. All good, all survived. Mazda's everywhere. Loads of time now. That's a Junior, 4 seconds up the road. Face for the Mazda. Hopefully he'll pull me along a little bit as well. Dive bomb into turn 1. No, it's a little bit too quick, too far away I think. Although maybe there's a sniff of a chance. Let's see what happens. It's not like it. Good. Over 3 laps till the stop. Can't see the curves, can't see the apexes. It's too dark now. Definitely never get that one right in daylight. Just that a little bit. Bloody hell. This car is not easy to drive now. Lost touch the cars ahead. Answer Junior's gap up to 4 seconds. Nineteenth at the moment. Still some cars in the pits. 18th. Let's see if we can catch Alistair Jr. a little bit in the next 2 laps. I think I'll be calling the pits next time by, so it's not a good turn 1. There's literally no grip left in these tyres. Terrible. Oops, a bit too wide there. Just about got away with it. Right, Alistair Jr. is still 4 seconds ahead of me, but I'm coming into the pits at the end of this next lap, so last stop of the race. I'll try and make this lap count as best I can. It's very wide through there. Very, very wide. It's not going to help. I'm about to get punted from behind. Good. Tyres have had enough. Right, time to make a pit stop. Hopefully my pit stall's free, no AI in my pit stall. Straight in, fresh tyres, fuel, back out again, no dramas. Looks good. Pits are empty. Right, I'm going to take a pit stop myself, be right back. Hello, I have returned just in time for this pit stop to end. Let's see where we come back out. Just over half an hour to go, so we can absolutely press on to the end. 28th. Bit of a disappointing race, this one. Don't think it's going to be much better than somewhere in the top 30. No, top 20. No, top 30. Somewhere between 20th and 30th. That's about the best I can hope for. Right, it's absolutely night time now for the last half an hour of the race. Got to try and bring it home. On the islands. Right, it's Moretti is the next car up the road. 6 seconds. Let's see if we can close that gap. That'll be useful to do. Schumacher's in the pits. Moretti is 6 seconds up the road. Let's close that as best I can. Oh, Schumacher's actually just exited the pits ahead of me, so I have actually closed that gap a little bit. .30 minutes to go. It's going to be a long half an hour from last place. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Easily done there. No damage done. Apart from the gap to the cars ahead, it's grown again. Oops. Nice quick lap time at the moment, but catching Schumacher, that's the main thing. What's the leaders doing? Still 1.1 seconds off the leader's best lap, or the AI's best lap. Still last. Not a great race. Bit of a disappointing time of it at VAR. And now there goes the outbreak myself. Oh, it's not that long to go. Keep concentrating. Slightly quicker lap that time. Last time by. I think I've let my head drop now. Just disappointed with the way it's panned out, really. Still, at least I can catch and pass Schumacher, maybe. That'll be something to take away from this. And I am catching the cars ahead at the moment, so I'll try not to finish last, at least. Oops, a bit wide. Whoops, I'm sit the back of Schumacher. Oops, lost the rear end. Wasn't a good exit. Alright, here we go. Let's not be last. Good. Right, who's next? Moretti is up the road. Let's try and catch him before the end of the race. last couple of cars in the pits as well. 26th. Anyone else in the pit lane this time by? Yep, a couple more positions. Or, yeah, 2 more. Gaining on Moretti as well. So, not last. Not as bad as I thought it was. But still not great. Oh, losing the rear end already. Just about got away with it. Moretti just over, well, 6.5 seconds ahead. Coming down. 23rd. Car's still making pit stops late in the race. Pretty good lap. How far ahead is Unser Jr.? Not too far. It's about where I should be if I hadn't made mistakes. Oops, I've done it again. Oh, bloody hell. Last thing I needed. Big mistake at the end of the race. Got to fight it out with Schumacher again and Bollick. painful this last 17 minutes or so. Got away with that one. Fairly straightforward pass on the just about. Gave me the old shoey chop. Right, let's try and bring this home without any more mistakes, ideally. 9.5 seconds up the road to the next car. 22nd. Got the leader coming up behind me as well. Interested to see who that is. Seconds up the road to the next car. Don't know if we can close that down in the next 13 minutes or so. Seems unlikely. (22nd). seconds up the road. Pretty poor lap time. And again, just about got away with that one. Whoops, concentrate. Ten to go. I've overcooked it again, haven't I? Yeah, that's about as well as this race has been going. Once again, I've completely lost it. Last. Not a good end to the race, unfortunately. Oh well, just try and bring it home. That's all I can do. Yes, not last. Past Danny Sullivan. Next up is Bob Aiken. Bob Aiken. Five to go. Minutes, that is. Try and pass a few more cars before the end of the race. That's the least I could do. Oh, got something in the pits. Don't know if that helps me. Might be able to make up a few more positions here. People are making late splashes and dashes. Ooh, that's not helping. What a strange place to lose the rear. That's never happened before. Oh well. We live and learn. That's all we can do. I'll come back stronger next week. Lime Rock Park is the next one. If anyone's out there and interested, I'll be back next Wednesday at Lime Rock Park. And I have passed a Mazda in the pits. Just 2 minutes to go. A couple more laps left. Not much left in these tyres though. As ever. So Starting to feel old at the end of the stint. Minutes ago, so yeah, I think this next lap will be the last lap. Anyone else making a pit stop? Still 27th. See if we can catch Danny Sullivan on the last lap. I'll try not to finish 27th. Whoops, overdriving. Try and hunt down Sullivan on the last lap. No, can't quite do it. There you go, 27th. What a race that was. Pretty terrible. I don't know where my pace went, and I don't know why the AI was so strong. I think I didn't really make that many mistakes in the first stint. And the second stint was quite strong. It's just struggling to keep up, basically. So, for the next one at Lion Rock Park, I'll have to... well, I don't know what I'll do differently. I've won at Daytona with a similar AI strength to me, so and I could have done markedly better at NOLA with a stronger AI, arguably, than I had here. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So I won't dwell on it. We'll just think about the next one at Lion Rock Park, as I say. Let's see what the results are of this race. So it's a great result for Mercedes and Mazdas. We still got some Porsches in the top 6, so Porsche are scoring points. A couple of good spot results for my team, Dyson, but it's Schlesser from Sala and Jonathan Palmer. Weaver, Olsen, Laruri. Where's the current points leader? Segala, he's finished out of the points. I've had a pretty terrible race, as we've just seen. Last time out was won by Franz Conrad, so he's finished in the top 10. And I think I'm going to call it a night there. Let's see if anyone was indeed on the internet watching, and if they were, I thank you. I did get 14 views. Oh, that's pretty cool, thank you. I appreciate it. Looks like I got a decent chunk at the end there. Thank you. I really appreciate any view or likes or buttons being pressed on the YouTubes. Yeah, catch me next time out at Lion Rock Park, as I say. And until then, bid thee farewell. Thank you and good night. See ya.